attached to this film. We have a roll call. The producer, Dallas Sonnier. One of the stars, Josh Ethier. Travis Hammer, we have. Sierra McCormick. He has 133 credits. Mr. Fred Williamson. He has 173 credits. Mr. William Sadler. And he has 228 acting credits. Mr. Martin Kove. And the director of this film, Mr. Joe Begos. I hope we have enough chairs for everyone. Everyone come. We're one mic short. Grab that one right there, Tom. Take that.
There's a couple over here.
Straight places. How are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, Fred the Hammer. Good, God. This is a panel, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, in all seriousness, this is absolutely insane. Everyone, thank you for coming here. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for joining us tonight. Joe, yeah, take a photo.
Hey, everybody fucking get riled up. It's for my dad.
For your dad. Joe, let's start with you, right? You made this machine, this monster. This is the first film that you haven't written. So how did you become involved? What point did you come on this film?
Mr. Sonnier over here was my manager like 7 years ago. He found Almost Human, helped us get it to festivals, helped us sell it, all that. And then before I made my second movie, Mind's Eye, he calls me up and says he's decided to become a producer. So he'd no longer be my manager. And I said, well, Dallas, we should make a movie together. And 7 years later, here we are. So that's kind of how that came about.
And then, Dallas, was that a case, Joe, was that a case of waiting for the right script that you guys felt?
To be fair, he did send me scripts, but I didn't like any of them until he finally called me and said, hey, I bought Fangoria, here's some scripts. And VFW was something that actually appealed to me and felt like I could have written it. Felt like something that was in my aesthetic. And he helped get this fucking amazing cast together and get the money for it. And here we are.
So Dallas, can we get into the casting of this film?
Yeah.
How did it also, obviously Joe comes on, but then how did the film and bring in all of the talent? I mean, it is an incredible ensemble. How did all of those pieces to this puzzle fall into place?
Well, so we have the best casting director in the business, David. Where are you? Yeah. So David's essentially my partner on casting, and we do it all together with Amanda Presnick and the other producer. And Sierra and I had worked together before, and we wanted to work with all of these guys for so long. So what we did was we sat down with Joe and Josh, and we basically drafted a cast. And so we got the point guard, the shooting guard, the power forward, all that. We got it all. And how it came together was very much on purpose.
And at what point did everyone, who was first? And was it a domino effect when Martin heard that Fred was participating? Did that open up? And then William saying for you, at what point did you all become involved?
George Wendt was involved first.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I just said I worked with him before, and then went to Dallas, and we got Lang on board, I think, next. And then once you have somebody like Lang, it's easy to get the orbit around him and get the supporting players.
When I found out Fred was doing it, I wanted to go home. And I tried to get out of the deal. But Dallas wouldn't let me out of the deal, so I had to, entertain the fact of doing a movie with Fred Williamson.
The best thing is, when I was going to meet Martin Kove, they were like, all right, we set up this meeting with Martin Kove at this coffee shop. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm sitting there at the coffee shop, and Martin Kove walks in, his chest just sticking out with shades on like this. And I'm like, all right, you know what? He's right. He's perfect for this role.
It's also fair to point out that obviously with a stage full of legends, thankful, Joe and I have made a couple of movies. Another one you're going to watch after this. But with this one, because of Dallas, we're actually able to get our first round picks, which is the guys that are in front of you. Also, Stephen Lang, who couldn't be here tonight, but.
Well, I have to say, this is probably the second weirdest movie I ever
What's the first?
made. And it was a big decision for me to make because this fellow over here, wanted to break my rules. And my rules in this business is you can't kill me in a movie, and I have to win all my fights.
And he also always gets the girl, which didn't happen.
In my movie, I always get the girl. We had a hard time convincing him. He said, well, that's not in the script. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to read the script, and I will tell you how we can do this. 'Cause you got all these other weird people in the movie that I know. I already worked with this dude, so I already knew he was weird. So I read the script, and I said, okay. Now you see how my part ended in the movie. I'm sitting in a very frozen state. You don't know if I'm alive or if I'm dead. Because my line was, who the fuck said I was dead? Nobody. And when you leave the movie, you don't know if I'm dead or if I'm just resting. So based on that, I said, okay, I'll do the goddamn part.
Also, 2 hours before this movie started, Hammer says to me, I don't know if this thing's gonna be any fucking good. So, tell us.
Hey, as I was shooting, I didn't think it was gonna be any fucking good. Guy walks around shooting holding the camera, running, another guy, and they're looking at each other shooting. How you gonna cut this shit, man? You're shooting over here, this guy's seeing you walking over here, and you seeing him walking over there. This is bullshit. This is flat out bullshit. I said, okay, I'm gonna go with it because I'm gonna be good at it. You want to be bad, it's okay. I'm gonna be good at it. Because my motto is I've never been bad in a bad movie. So I was gonna be good no matter what this movie was gonna be. But I tell you what, it's Primo, man. This is a hell of a movie.
He comes up to me in the middle of shooting and he goes, man, the camera's all over the goddamn place. Only one motherfucker I work with works like this, and it's Robert Rodriguez. And I'm like, well, that fucking movie's awesome, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
But I was awesome in that one too, dog.
William, Sarah, William, what was your experience like working on this?
It was similar to Hammer's. I was watching that camera flying around the place, and
I'm operating camera, by
never
the way.
quite
Like,
sure.
these guys are just looking at me operate camera.
No, it really felt collaborative. It was great camaraderie. You could feel it in the room with these guys. I'd worked with Marty before. I worked with Steve before. I worked with David Patrick Kelly before. So it was like we got the band back together. You know? And but it felt collaborative. There was you could come up with shit, and if it was good, it stayed in. And remember the Alamo.
Yeah. So to that point,
There was
how
a
much?
fair number of those wonderful sort of lines that got little buttons on the ends of things that just sort of happened on the set.
That's what I was going to ask. How much did you stick to the page? Did you stick to the script, and then the script is gone?
Gone.
Yeah.
It was like it was a
sort
group
of like a
of
road
two.
map, It's like
We'd walk into the scene and be like, all right, here's our in, here's the point we have to hit, and here's our out.
Yeah.
Let's work this scene out. And I got to work with fucking Stephen Lang and Sadler and Williamson to figure out a scene with a camera on my shoulder. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
So we took it serious. We took our characters
Like
serious.
over and over.
We had a good time talking to each other. We had a good time doing it. It was fun. And I think the fun came out on the screen, that we were very genuinely talking to each other the way we would do it normally, You dumbass, you can't do this. And you, what the hell you like? That's how we talk to each other, and it was fun, and it worked.
Yeah, there's definitely a chemistry and a camaraderie, in particular amongst amongst you guys.
The old friends.
It doesn't, like, that's not something you can fake. It's not something you can replicate. Sierra, Travis, you're relatively you're the youngins in this. What was your experience like coming in? And I think, Sierra, in particular for you, there's a lot of dudes in this film. But
Yeah, it was like a sausage fest.
yeah.
Set all the time.
You hold your own and you throw down. So what was your experiences like?
It was a lot of fun, and it was kind of a learning experience for me. Because I was surrounded by such amazing, seasoned actors that were all in things that I was geeking out about, like, silently. And I don't know, I was expecting, I was kind of nervous that there would be this huge gap and I would really feel it and I'd be kind of like timid, or, I wouldn't really, I'd be too nervous and not do a good job, but they're all so collaborative and they welcomed me and, like it was nothing.
That's awesome. And then you guys, Travis, Josh, you guys are villains, right? You're the bad guys. So what cues did you get from these guys?
Which what?
What cues did you get? Cues, yeah.
I don't know exactly what you mean by that.
Did they give you any pointers? Like
How to be a bad guy?
Yeah.
No. No, I don't think so. It's just, I don't know, I just listened to the soundtrack to The Crow a lot and then wore that jacket, and the jacket was 80% of my performance.
Great jacket.
Yeah.
Great jacket.
Great jacket.
And Josh, how about you? I mean, you've been working with Joe so long now. This one, with all of these guys, is insane. Was it a different feeling on set? Was it a different experience? Were you pinching yourself behind the scenes? as
Well, when Dallas first sent it over to us, which obviously was a perfect vehicle for Joe, all this action and splatter and everything, I was reading it and I was like, this is great. Yeah, we'll figure this out. Totally thinking of it for production and like editorial standpoint. And then Joe was like, yeah, I want you to play Tank. And I was like, Joe, I've gotten remarkably fat. I don't know if I can play Tank. And he was like, fuck it, you're gonna play Tank. And so it's crazy. We shot my stuff about a week and a half into the movie. So for a week, you're seeing, your best friend from high school working with fucking Martin Kove and the Hammer and Sadler and Slang, and they're all listening to him and working with him, and like everything was so ridiculous. They're like, who's this fucking bald guy that just keeps hanging around the shit? I was like, oh, that's the editor. Don't worry about him. He's fine. And then I threw on the vest. They were like, oh, we all have to fight the editor. Holy shit. And then, that was the hardest day I've ever had in my life on a set. We shot Almost Human. It was like 17-hour days. And on this movie, it was like much shorter. We only shot for about 12 hours that day, but it was 12 hours of like, who's ready? We'll shoot that part. And, just having to like backhand Sadler over a table or throw a chair at Fred Williamson was like the scariest fucking thing I've ever done. And they made it so cool, like Sadler actually, it's crazy, you can't see it in the movie. I wish you guys could all see the dailies. He spent like 7 takes trying to figure out how to spit his cigarette out when I hit him in the face. It's like a real actor. He has to fight me. It's insane. It didn't make any sense. I was terrified.
I love that you brought up the dailies, because Dallas, I want to throw to you. Were you getting all the dailies? Were you watching these back at the
It was on
state
set.
offices?
Here's the good news about me. So all I want to do is produce, and I don't give a shit about the dailies if I have Joe Begos directing the movie.
That's awesome. That is a dream producer right there. That's amazing. So as this thing's unfolding, what do you think? Because you brought, you had the script at an early stage. Was it coming to life in a way that you'd envisioned in Joe's hands?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we try to give him everything he needs and all the support, and we're there to basically support a singular vision. So they can collaborate all they want, but I really just want Joe to step up and knock a grand slam out of the park. And I think he did it on this movie, and certainly, I think he deserves to be celebrated on that. But everyone came to play. No one sat in their trailers. They also had to share a trailer, so they didn't want to sit in a trailer.
We had a trailer? Where was the trailer? What? I missed something.
So they created a little, it was like this, it's just like this. It was all their chairs on set, and they just hung out on set and told old war stories, and then went in and did their job. It was amazing. So
First time they gave me a trailer, I had to share it with him. It was about 5 days into the movie. I get to see this naked ass body change his clothes, man. I got very upset about that. So I started dressing outside. I didn't, this guy is something here. This is my man, though. He's my man.
I do love him, and we gave him a small Korean tent to change it. Yeah, outside he had a small little pup tent, and he was very happy. Smoked his cigars. But the exciting thing for me was the camaraderie that was established, and we did a lot of press in Austin, and all of these people kept saying, "Did you guys know each other? Did you know each other before you made the movie?" And we didn't. We all just went out on second, third day of the movie. Went out on Bill's birthday, and we had cigars and steak and celebrated his birthday. And from then on, between just telling war stories about James Cameron and John Avildsen, and he's telling,
More football stuff.
Doing football stuff. And I was a Raider fan, so. It was great. It was just one of those things that I think when all the elements work, which is rare. It's rare. I think as an actor, maybe 1 out of 10 projects really works the way you expect it to. I mean, I don't remember why. Karate Kid was 35 years ago. And I remember since then, I loved Wyatt Earp, and I really don't remember another project, and that's 35 years, where everything just fell in.
Karate Kid, Wyatt Earp, and VFW.
Let's throw this out to the audience. Any questions out here? The gentleman right there? Yeah, I'll repeat the question to the audience.
So Fred,
Yeah.
You've probably forgotten more about how to make a low-budget movie that makes money than most people know. Are you doing anything to try to capture that knowledge so that future generations will have?
Question for the audience. It was to Fred. You've appeared in 1 million films, done an incredible amount of work. Are you documenting that in any way, shape, or form to share with future audiences?
Well, I've done probably 75 or 80 films, all under $1 million. But it's all in preparation. It's all in putting the right team together. It's about preparation. It's not about how much money you have. It's about what you do with the money that you do have. You can make a $20 million movie and it can still be the worst movie ever made. The idea is to utilize the money that you have, put the right team together. That's what makes it work. Like this is a team. This is what made it work. So every young kid out there think that everything that's new, they invented it. But there are people like us who was there long before they came along and know how to do it much better than them, even though they have more schooling and they think they're more intelligent. But after a few knocks in the head, they come around.
I take that personally, motherfucker.
That answer your question?
Just so you guys know, when I threw the chair at Fred, Joe goes up to the Hammer and he says, "Hey Hammer, we're gonna throw a chair at you. Do you want a stunt double?" He said, "No, I don't need a stunt double." And Joe's like, but it's a chair. We're gonna have to throw it at you. And Fred looks at him dead in the eye and goes, "Get it right the first time." And then
We shot it twice.
Further questions? Yes, gentleman right there.
With the scene where he sort of the hype, was that improv or was that written in? Because it just seemed so perfect.
You mean when I splashed it in my face? No, dude, that's acting, man. I'm ready. I'm
That was in the script, motherfucker. Listen.
goddamn.
That was in the fucking script. That's in the fucking new
No, I said take a little pinch of shit and spread it up. It didn't say smack the goddamn bag in my face. If you
Listen,
had
guys, it was in the script,
well,
right?
shit, they'd have told me to do that, I wouldn't have done it. I did it as a character. It was time to do it. Put that shit up there.
All right.
He added all of the.
Yeah, gentleman right there, red t-shirt. Yeah.
Question about the score. Seemed very John Carpenter-ish.
We have Steve Moore, the
Steve Moore.
composer, in the audience.
Steve Moore is actually here right now. Steve, stand up. Stand up, Steve. Steve also did the score for Bliss, which is playing after this.
Steve's done 3 of my movies now. He's also done The Guest, and he is the face of Zombie, the best synth fucking metal band of all time. So, Yes, on Lakeshore Records, I think.
Eventually.
DVD.
All right,
No.
coming to record, Sonnier. So Joe, I assume right from the beginning you wanted Steve to do this. Is it a case of you send him the film and he just comes back, or do you give any pointers, any prompts?
I pretty much say, hey Steve, you're doing this movie, work it out with the producers.
And
Well,
Dallas-
it's weird. So we've done it. I've worked with him 2 times now, and I feel like he's as much as part of my aesthetic as Josh is, and it's like they work on the same wavelength as me, and I have a very clear idea of what I want, and they take that idea and they elevate it without fucking up what I want, and like that's what a true collaborator is. And I found that with Josh as an editor, and I found it with Teston as a DP, and now Steve as a composer, where they take exactly what I want and they're able to do it and elevate it and like take that aesthetic and make it so fucking good. I mean, Steve is like, I've been listening to Zombie forever, and it's an honor to have him score my movies, and he elevates our material. So thank you,
Great
Steve.
sound.
Okay, next question. Who have we got? This is a
fucking
crowd.
questions.
This is
Jesus
a crowd.
Christ.
Questions, yeah, gentleman right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, my question is, throughout the movie, all the characters were drinking heavily. Which character was the drunkest by the end of the movie?
There was a lot of
Sadler.
drinking on set. What? Yeah.
I feel like Slang drank more, but he could hold it. Sadler just loves getting wasted. George would have been the most wasted, but he got killed real fast.
Just made the acting that much.
You heard my line in the movie. I don't put anything in this wonderful body in my mouth, so you heard my line in the movie.
His eyes, when he says that line, are so boyish and childish that, like, it's amazing.
How long was the shoot?
Just seemed like years.
Yeah.
When in fact it was
18 days?
20 days, but
20
we lost 2 days to rain that we couldn't make up. So after the fact, it was 18 days, and we just like, I feel like the manic rush of making this movie in that time period helped add to like kind of the anxiousness and you know the fact that there's a ticking clock, and like we all had a ticking clock every single day, and I feel like it helped add to the atmosphere of the movie of making this movie just a real fucking anxious rush countdown. So we pulled this motherfucker off in 18 days, and that's a testament to all of these actors who like, we shot it like a stage play, and I was just going around with a camera shooting this motherfucker 10 pages at a time. So.
Yeah, you know the worst thing about this damn movie? You fight, blood is flying everywhere, you're covered in blood, you go home, takes 5 hours to wash this shit off, you come back the next day and you stand there and they spray this shit on you again, right? You got more blood on this side than that side, so now they keep covering shit over here. You wash it off after the show, come back the next day, they put the same shit on you again. That is really rugged and tough, man. And it don't come off easy. You sit in the tub for 2 hours trying to wash this shit off, right? You show up the next morning all fresh, ready to go, and there's a 2 ladies standing there smiling. With a little bottle of blood. They're smiling. They're having good times putting this shit on you that you know you don't want on you, right? They're throwing this shit on you like this. Yeah,
A tough life. I get covered in blood in the movie I'm starring, and then I have to lay in the tub for 3 hours.
Joe, Giuseppe, you the man. You the man. I can't say nothing about you, dog. You the man. But that shit still was hard to get off.
I can't top that. Yeah, gentleman right there on the aisle. Yep.
I know Marquis had Bliss.
Yes.
What was up first?
Bliss was shot first. These were stacked on top of each other in a very stressful manner.
We on the third week of shooting, most of the crew that we had brought from LA, friends of ours like Mike Teston and Matt Mercer and Brian Dutton, who worked on both films, we all had to fly to New York City to premiere at Tribeca. And I remember Hammer pulling us aside and saying, "Where you going? You going to New York?" And he gave me a couple of cigars for the Tribeca premiere from his personal cigar plantation. So we're all sitting outside of some bar in New York, drunk as shit, smoking Hammer cigars, like so excited.
Thank you.
I'll give you the one with the gold label on it, right? That says,
Yeah, the good ones.
you're the man. Everybody don't get those, dude.
gentleman right there, yeah.
I'm an Iraq vet, so thanks so much for supporting the veterans. Did you have the cast work with veterans at all before shooting, or were they on set and all of that?
We shot in an actual VFW post, and a lot of the commanders and all that stuff.
Also, I'm a Marine vet too. I'm a U.S. Marine vet, so.
And something that Dallas and Fangoria actually set up, we actually had a veterans outreach program in Texas. We had several vets working on the set in different key positions. They were involved in the blood of the film from the start for the show.
I think most of us just drew on our hundreds of military roles that we played. I was in the Boy Scouts when I was a kid. We were making it up. We were making it up, man.
Didn't George Wendt kill at least one person before he went down?
I know, that is a fallback. Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna have to stay tuned for Bliss, man. He's in both.
They don't fucking kill anybody in Bliss, though.
Don't say that, Joe.
Gentleman right in the middle in the kind of brown shirt, yep, yep.
Judging by the audience reaction in this movie, you guys want to make a prequel? Same guys?
Prequel. No.
Is that Jesse Cove? That's Jesse Cove. That's Marty Cove's son right there. That's in question.
And Jesse, you would
No
play the
prequel.
young Marty.
So Joe, prequel, Dallas,
Prequel.
prequel, sequel.
Maybe a sequel if Dallas is willing to up the budget enough.
We'll go to 900 on this one.
That's, you can,
$900.
remember, I lived in the movie, so I'll be ready.
We'll get more than 2 trailers.
How about one separate? We were roommates for the first
I know.
2 weeks.
We were like
It was
5
me, him,
actors in one
him, we're there,
trailer. Like
looking at each other,
looking
getting
at
naked,
each other.
hiding behind the chair.
Where do you want to put your underwear?
And we talked to him, he played dumb. Oh, I didn't know that. It's coming.
Is that in the
The
contract?
trailer will be here. 2 days.
Not true.
Keep it lean, Dallas, keep it lean. Anyone else? Yeah, right there at the back, yep.
Can you talk a little bit like about Stephen Lang, working with him? He seems so intense and serious.
Can you share stories about Stephen Lang? He looks so intense and serious.
We all were intense and serious, you know. I mean, we had to be, man. Otherwise, everybody would look like they were rookies out there, you know. He was intense, so we matched. He brought our energy up. That's what he did. So he might have been intense, but he made us more intense too. So it was a good thing.
All these motherfuckers are trying to top each other.
Ain't no motherfuckers in
Yeah,
there.
it was
Ain't no motherfuckers on this stage.
It was like, it's sort of like everybody brought their A game. It's like, well, if he's going to do that, I'm going to do this.
The scene where David Patrick Kelly has to be picked up, it wasn't even scripted that Abe was going to try to get in there, and Abe was like, "Well, I'm the biggest motherfucker. I'll pick him up. I'll pick him up." And then all of a sudden, everybody had to get an arm, and everybody had to get a leg, and Lang was like, "All right. You get the leg, you get the arm, I'll get the head." He rounded them all up nicely.
My favorite thing was hearing Fred say, "Hammer wouldn't do that." It's like every day.
Here's
there was
what the
something.
Hammer fans
would-
want.
Hammer would never do that.
Now, what about the pizza story?
Girls getting beat up. What am I standing over here for?
It's a great pizza story. Dallas orders pizza for everybody, but 8, 10 boxes. And we all eat pizza, and then we go back to where the chairs are, just sitting around like this. And Fred's sitting there by himself. I said, "Fred, don't you want any pizza?" He says, "No, man. Dallas didn't order a whole one for me." So, Slang and I
Must
looked
have
at each
left it
other.
in one of those trailers.
Yeah, trailer story. But I mean, we had a ball. But perfectly honest, I mean, between Amanda and Josh and Dallas, they treated us really well. You know, Fred doesn't deserve a trailer. But
Listen, I go to the pizza box, man, to get some pizza. It's like 2 pieces of pizza in there. It means everybody's touched their whole goddamn piece of pizza. And you leave those for me to eat? Are you crazy? There's no way.
This is exactly what making the movie was like, by the way. Just all of these guys constantly going back and forth.
Dipping this pizza. You lived it, man. That was my favorite one. You
know where to go from here. I mean, seriously.
Guys, we got Bill Sadler, we got Martin Kove, we got Fred Hammer. Let's get some questions going.
Gentlemen, yeah, you're right there.
That's what we did.
There ain't enough film in a goddamn camera to cover
I was sitting there on set one day, and I was eating lunch. We had Chipotle for lunch or some bullshit. And I'm sitting there, and the sun's setting, and we all look, and Fred Williamson's sitting there in his fully Canadian tuxedo with his pants tucked into his cowboy boots. He's got a cigar in his mouth, his aviators on, he's lighting it up. He lets out a big puff, and you just see this high contrast black outline of Fred Williamson against the sunset, smoking a cigar. And I'm like, what the fuck universe are we in right now?
Mine. That's exactly right, man.
Right there.
My world now.
I mean, again, all the talent and everything, do you guys have favorite roles of each other's where, you know, that you would talk about?
No.
We all secretly wanted to play Abe.
I was trying to convince Sadler. I was trying to tell him how amazing Demon Knight is and what a fucking badass he is.
When we played Almost Human at Beyond Fest that first year, Chris Barr said, do you want to double with a movie? We'll find a movie. And Joe's first pick, which we played that night, was Demon Knight. So this was a dream come true for everybody, except maybe Fred. But I'm moving on.
I only got to kill 3 people in the damn movie, man.
You see what it was like? It was like, it.
It's grounds for retirement, Fred. You only got to kill 3 people.
My fault.
It's grounds for retirement, man.
I had more people I could have done. How many did you kill?
I heard a lot of people. Yeah, I did.
I got 3. I got 3, man. That's
All
a
right,
low
all right,
count.
shut the fuck up. Any more questions?
All the way in the back, gentlemen, guys.
That's right, the grenade. You don't count the grenade.
You killed somebody with a grenade?
You didn't see all those people die?
It's fucking guys, I swear to God.
The question is, what was it like day one?
When I gave Sadler a 10-page monologue on day one, he was
Day one?
Yeah.
How long was day one, too? It was like 13, 14 hours?
Yeah.
The very first day was that big, long, it's like 11-page monologue.
We're in rehearsal, and Sadler's like, so when's this monologue? I'm like, oh, day one. Oh, well, oh, shit. Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
We're gonna see that tomorrow at the end of the thing.
But it's so fucking good. Is it not fucking awesome?
Yeah.
We pulled it out of our butts. It's so funny because I'm operating the camera, I'm trying to follow the sound, giving this monologue, and I'm just like trying to bite my lip and not react to how fucking goddamn electric the motherfucker is. And I'm just like trying to play it cool.
Oh, bless your tiny little heart. Thank you. No, there's this funny sort of one-upsmanship. Whenever you get a bunch of guys together on a movie, and it happens on every film I've ever been on, there's, especially among guys, there's this sort of, there's like puffed chests, and the stories that you tell each other are all about, yeah, well, when I was in Die Hard 2, we did a thing, you know. You start throwing out the big logs, you know, right away. Well, in Shawshank, we did the thing. And it's hard to, but it's true. It's just true. You get a bunch of guys together who've done a million things, and there's just this automatic little, you know, this little jostling. That lasted about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Before, and then once we were in the trenches, it was just, we just laughed. We had.
And that doesn't happen very often.
What's that?
Where it goes away. With ego.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't.
doesn't happen.
Sometimes it lasts the whole movie. It's like.
I mean, Joe's done
He's getting
3 movies here.
He's
right?
getting more close to
3,
me.
4?
What was that?
You, 4.
Yeah.
We did 500 movies between the 5.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
God,
it
I'm
was the
tired.
first movie, and I think it has a lot to do with your energy. That I don't remember it ever being an ego game. It never was one-upsmanship. After 24 hours, and we discounted Fred because it was part of his character.
And it was
Well, I didn't talk about me because you guys already knew, so I didn't have nothing to say.
This is why you get the big money, man.
That's right.
And no pizza. Yeah, right here.
There's only one woman on stage, and I want to know, what is it like preparing for a role like this and coming into a cast like this with a bunch of legendary men as a female character?
Quick questions for Sierra. What was it like preparing for this, coming into being a woman, coming into this film that has got all of these legendary male actors?
Well, let me see if I can explain that.
Well, actually, Bill. Actually.
I'm so sorry.
Are we gonna have a problem, yo?
Oh, no.
Well, when I first read the script, that was something that kind of jumped out at me, was the sort of very just masculine nature of the entire film. It's brutal, it's in your face, it's aggressive. And so I tried to sort of incorporate those qualities into the character, because she is the only sort of female presence among the sort of world of the VFW, but I figured if she's going to sort of, if all these guys are going to end up respecting her by the end and treating her like she's part of the gang, you know, I felt that I had to sort of match that sort of chest puffing thing a little bit, if that makes sense. Kind of focus on the brutality and the aggression and the masculinity of my character. Yeah, so.
And she kills the biggest motherfucker in the room.
Yeah, y'all. That was me, like, on his back, and he was just, like, spinning around. I just had to, like, hold on really tight and act like I was stabbing him.
So I do have to, Sierra, I do have to call you out. We played, so there's a film that we played earlier in the festival in the Halloween theater. It's called, it's called The Bastard Night. Sierra's in it. She's incredible. The film is incredible. It comes out in theaters next April, is that right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, but that's supposed to tell anyone. But the film's incredible. You have to seek this film out. It is a singular, beautiful film, and you are incredible in it. And to be in the room with all of these guys, like, you're in the middle and they're spinning around you. So you are the sun of which they rotate around. So, yeah, let's go.
Jesus, thank you.
All right, we got time for one more question. Gentleman right there in the middle. Yeah.
Make it good. No pressure, though.
How was it, you being such a macho guy, being taken down by that badass chick?
Don't give him a mic.
Who you asking?
Could be a long answer.
To be taken down by a woman who looked like she did was a wonderful thing. You don't fight when beauty's in front of you. You don't hurt beauty. You let beauty seemingly win.
I got a funny story about this.
I think she disagreed.
During this last fight, I said to Hammer, I go, look, we got to get you into makeup. You got to have your eye all busted up if it's any bruised, be running blood. And he goes, well, that means I lost the fight. I'm like, no, you're in a fight. And he said, well, is that bitch going to be battered up too? And I'm like, yeah, sure, she's going to be all bloody. So we get to set, and she's not bloody, and he's bloody, and he goes, she ain't bloody. She kicked my ass. What the fuck? She kicked my fucking ass. You don't like action.
You don't understand. I'm the Hammer. I threw one punch at this bitch and she didn't move. So I said, cut. And I went and talked to him. I said,
First off, you don't fucking say cut.
no, in my mind, I said, cut.
You
I
didn't say it out loud.
For you? No, sir, dude. I respect you. I'm not going to say cut. But in my mind, I said, cut. And I went and talked to the stunt coordinator. I said, listen, I'm the Hammer. If I hit a bitch one time, she's going down and may never get up. But at least let her stumble. She did nothing, man. I hit her again. Wham. She went,
That's because she is a tough motherfucker.
ain't nobody that tough. You see the size of this fist? It's the size of your head, man. She's going to do more than just give me a little nod, okay? But I went with it because Joe said, okay, go with it, so I went with it. I went with
And
it.
so it went.
And so it went.
And so
Day after
it
day.
went.
After day.
I hope you all enjoyed the Fred Williamson story.
I'm gonna wrap this up because we're gonna go into Bliss right after this. We're gonna take a 10-minute intermission, but I wanna call out our panel. This film is incredible. Dallas, when do we expect to see this out in the world?
Yeah, mid-February in theaters and on video on demand.
That's awesome. Give it up for our panel. Travis Hammond, Josh Ethier, Sarah McCormick, Dallas Sonnier, Martin Kove, Fred Williamson, William Sadler, and our director of the night, Joe Begos.